What is going on here?
Claudia, please, not here. I was gonna talk to you after tonight.
Did he tell you who bought his first suit? Did he tell you who paid his bar exam fees? I stood beside him when nobody knew his name, and I sure as hell won't change who I am now that everyone knows it. Robert? What is going on here?
Claudia, please, not here. I was gonna talk to you after tonight. I want a divorce.
After 40 years?
Let's be honest with ourselves, Claudia. You no longer fit the life I'm building.
"42 years ago, Robert Harris didn't have a tailored suit. He didn't even have money for books.
One day, baby. I promise you, you'll never have to work this hard again.
No major white law firm would hire a black lawyer from our neighborhood. I took my late mother's small inheritance and opened his first office. I was his secretary, his receptionist, his janitor, and his cook. We built Harris & Associates from nothing. You stood on my shoulders to reach these high ceilings, Robert. Now you're acting like you flew here yourself. Did he tell you who bought his first suit? Did he tell you who paid his bar exam fees?
He told me he was suffocating in a life that looked outdated.
Is that what I am to you, Robert? Outdated? I cooked your meals when you worked until midnight. I stood beside you when nobody knew your name.
Claudia, please. The past is completely irrelevant. Robert has outgrown that chapter. And frankly, the ghetto pioneer narrative doesn't sell in boardrooms. I suggested months ago you do something with your hair. Straighten it, dress a little more downtown. But you refused to adapt.
My hair grew out of the head that solved his first business problems. I stood beside him when nobody knew his name, and I sure as hell won't change who I am now that everyone knows it. You let her talk to me like this, Robert? You let this girl tell you I don't belong in the world I built?
Ashley understands the rooms I enter now, Claudia. You don't. You're stuck in the old days.
I built the stairs that took you into those rooms.
Don't make a scene, Claudia.
You brought your mistress to our 40th anniversary celebration. The scene existed before I even walked through the door.
Mom, he didn't just walk out. He took $300,000 from your joint retirement account 6 weeks ago.
He did what?
He bought a penthouse downtown. And guess whose name is on the deed? Jasmine.
How could he be so cruel?
Wait. Mom, look at this. This is the original incorporation charter for Harris Legal Group from 1984.
Because the initial capital came entirely from Grandma's inheritance money, you were filed as the 51% majority owner. That was 40 years ago, Jasmine. He expanded the firm twice since then.
He expanded the offices, Mom. But he was so arrogant, he never filed a corporate restructuring agreement. You still own controlling interest of the entire law firm. He forgot. You held the keys to the kingdom because you never used them to hurt him.
Claudia, I'm glad you brought Ashley. Let's settle this quietly so we can both move on.
We aren't here to discuss your divorce settlement, Robert. As the 51% majority shareholder of Harris Legal Group, my mother is officially freezing all executive expense accounts and initiating an immediate forensic financial audit.
This is absurd. That paper is 40 years old. I built this firm.
With Mom's money, Dad. And according to state business law, that document is fully binding. Which brings us to the $30,000 in PR consulting fees charged to company accounts for Ashley's personal wardrobe, luxury trips to Miami, and her apartment furnishings. You charged corporate accounts for her personal lifestyle?
Robert! What is she talking about?
You told me those were your personals!
My father doesn't own those funds. Most of his personal wealth is marital property, which is now frozen by court injunction.
Wait, do you even own anything?
Jasmine, babe, listen to me.
Don't babe me! I came here to manage your image, Robert, not sink with your ship!
Jasmine left. She packed her bags and blocked my number. The board placed me on emergency leave. They're talking about disbarment over the accounting errors. I've lost everything, Claudia. Everything.
No, Robert. You didn't lose it. You threw it away.
It was a mistake. A momentary lapse in judgment. She manipulated me, made me feel like I needed a different image to survive in those elite circles.
She didn't force you to become ashamed of me, Robert. She didn't force you to allow her to insult my hair, my speech, and the community that built you.
I was foolish. I'm sorry. We have 40 years together, Claudia, please. Don't let one terrible mistake erase 4 decades of love.
1 year didn't erase our marriage, Robert. You did that every single time you chose her comfort over my dignity.
I'll go to counseling. I'll put your name on the building. I'll do whatever you ask.
Tell me the truth, Robert. Would you be standing in my living room right now if Jesmia hadn't left you? You don't miss me, Robert. You just miss the life my loyalty protected.
I bought this when you were a broke student. It belongs to the woman who believed in you when nobody else did.
Claudia didn't use her power for revenge. She used it for restoration.
Kept his picture in the history? He was part of the journey, Jasmine. I won't erase the past. I just refuse to let it ruin my future. Regret born from loss is not the same as love. True strength isn't staying to fix what someone broke. It's having the courage to walk away and build new.